You've heard of scapegoats, right? Well, in this case, the goat was literally the scapegoat. Welcome to medieval France, a time when hygiene was optional, superstition was law, and apparently goats could stand trial for murder. In a small, otherwise unremarkable village, tragedy struck. A child was found dead. Horrific, heartbreaking, and somehow they decided the culprit was a goat. Yes, a goat. Not a bandit, not a wild animal, just your average grass-munching, bleeding farm dweller. Now, instead of chalking it up to a tragic accident or, I don't know, asking any actual questions, the villagers said, you know what, let's give this goat a fair trial. And so they did. The goat was arrested, probably very confused, and thrown into a medieval jail cell, likely next to some guy who stole a loaf of bread and a lady who looked at the moon wrong. Then came the trial. A real one, with a judge, witnesses, testimonies, possibly even a guy in a powdered wig trying not to laugh. The prosecution accused the goat of acting with malice aforethought, which is impressive, considering most goats' biggest plan is find grass, eat grass. The defense? Well, it's hard to mount a solid defense when your client's main contribution is chewing on the table leg. Shockingly, the goat was found guilty, because of course it was. And the sentence? Death. The goat was publicly executed, likely in front of an audience of villagers who, up until that moment, had clearly way too much time on their hands. The execution served as a warning to all the other goats in the area. No funny business, or else. This might sound absurd, but it tells us something weirdly human. When people don't understand something, they'll blame anything, even if it's a four-legged lawnmower with horns. So what have we learned today? That medieval justice had range, and that if you ever find yourself in 14th century France, don't get on a goat's bad side. They might just drag you into court with them. But hey, this wasn't the only time humans have blamed animals for their problems. From pigs put on trial for sorcery to parrots accused of witchcraft. Oh yeah, it gets weirder, but that is a story for another time. Want to hear more bizarre scapegoats and ridiculous trials from history? Then hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you never miss a moment of, wait, that actually happened? Until next time, keep your goats innocent and your history weird.